Hello everyone. Today let's talk about AWS Bedrock. So what is an Amazon Bedrock? It is a service provided by AWS. So in this AWS Bedrock we can access large language model like the foundational models which is provided by Llama, Anthropic or any other provider. Here we can also import our own fine-tuned model or customized model. And not only that, if you want to do any fine-tuning job, you can do that in this Amazon Bedrock. So when you log into your Amazon AWS, so you have to search for Amazon Bedrock. So So, as I said, we have many foundational models in this Amazon Bedrock, right? So we can see all those foundational models through model catalog. So when we go to the model catalog, here we can see a lot of foundational models. It says like it have 55 serverless model and 159 bedrock marketplace. So what is a serverless model? Serverless means like here we do not have to um, manage any infrastructure. So deployment was done by AWS, and also scaling will be done by them, and we just have to access the model, and we have to pay as per our utilization. And when we comes to the bedrock marketplace models, here we have to do the deployment by ourselves, and we have to do the scaling, and if not we have to purchase any throughputs, and we have to utilize them. So that's how it will works. So if you want to access any of this model, first you have to check whether you have proper permissions or not. So to check that, we have to go to the model axis. So once you go to model axis, you can see all a few foundational models here in your particular region, and it says you have an access granted or not. So whether if you see like you have an access granted, that means you are good to use this particular model in the playground, or you can use the API through your SDK. So if you want to request any of this model axis, then you have to go to this modify axis model axis, and then you have to choose the model which you want. And let's say I want this particular model, I selected it, and then you have to go to next. See, this is the model, and I am requesting access for it, and you have to click on submit. So here this model axis went for review. So it's gonna take some time whether if I have proper credentials to get access for this, then I will be getting access granted a green icon like this here. If not, I have to get a proper permissions, and I have to request this access for this model. And few models are there like it will be you will be getting the access instantaneously. So okay, so let's say we got access, and we are good to go. Now how to use this model? So here in a bedrock we have a option called the playground. So in this playground you have an option to select the model, and you have, see, let's say I am selecting this model uh, llama 3 8 billion instruct model. So this is a model I selected. So basically the purpose of this playground is to experiment your large language model. So you might be having a different model, right? So whenever you want to like why you want to choose only that particular model, and how you want to see the behavior of this particular model. So you can test all that in this playground. So you can experiment with these parameters as well, like temperature, top, p. So based upon this, the inference gonna change, and you can control the response rate as well. And if you have any guardrails, you can select one. And if you want to do any provide any system instructions, you can put the system instructions here. Then after that, you can write your prompt. Then the model will be responding based on using this large language model. If you wanna compare this model response with another model, then you have to select this compare mode, and you have to select the model which you wanna do the comparison with. So as I selected here 8 billion instruct model, so I can select here 70 billion instruct model, and I can give the prompt instructions, and I can modify the temperature as I need, and like all other parameters. Then when I enter the prompt, so it's going these both LLMs gonna respond for the same prompt, and we can compare those, and we can do our analysis, and we can move forward which large language models we want to use. So this is the utilization of playground. So here in this particular playground, I can access only a chart, I mean the text prompt. So if you want to do experiment with a image or a video models, like so you have to choose a image or video playground, and then you have to select the appropriate model which you want to experiment with. So here right now I have access to only Amazon and Stability AI providers. So in Amazon, we have few image generation models. So that is a G1 version 1 and G1 version 2. So we can select, and we can do the experiment. So here also we have the parameters where we can modify, and we can choose as per our requirement. So this is the utilization of the playground. So only you can use the model once you get the access. So this is how you use this LLM in UI. So let's say you are working programmatically, and if you want to use the LLMs through an API key, then you have to go to this API keys. Here you have to select the API key. You have to create an API key. So in generating API keys, we have two types of API keys. One is the short-term API key, and the other one is the long-term API key. So the short-term API key will expire for 12 hours by default. So uh, when you create this short-term API key, you don't need to worry about the security. So you can just utilize the API key, and like you can let it be for 12 hours, then it's automatically gonna expire. And when you are working again, and you have to create one more API key again. So this is mostly useful when you are doing experimentation, or when you are doing some prototype, or in the beginning of the project. So this, and also we have the long-term API key. So once this API key is generated, so you will be responsible for securing this key. If you share this key to anyone, then you have to regenerate it, or you have to terminate this particular key, because you will be charged unnecessarily if someone misuse this API key. So this is how you use this API key. So once you go to short term key and click on generate short term API key, then it will be giving you the keys. Then you have to copy this key and then you have to use in the code. So I will show you the sample code where we can use how we can use it. So in the uh, 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 programmatically way, so one of the way is like you have to export your AWS key, like a key, or you can put in the environment as well, environment file, and you can access with the help of um, OS package. So once you export your key, so you have to write your SDK. Here we are working with Boto3 as it is an Amazon. So then you have to create a Boto3 client and select the region, and you have to choose the model ID. So here, how do I got the model ID? So I got this model ID um, from the model catalog. So you will be having a model IDs for all the different models. So whenever you choose the models, so you will be having you can be choose the particular model ID based upon the model. So as they are foundational models, you this model ID is simple. So you can just change the model ID. You can use it. So let's say if you are working on any model which is fine tuned by you, and if you want to use it, then you have to copy the model ID which was generated when you imported or when you worked on fine tuning job. So it may be the ARN or a model ID. So uh, that is how you access the model. And coming to the inference, so here we have three options. So one is the cross region inference, batch inference, and provisioned outputs throughput. Sorry. So what is this cross region inference? So when you are working on any project, and if you are using any of one of the particular model in one particular region, so suddenly you may get a lot of requests, and the even though the AWS do its scaling, uh, but sometimes there will be a little uh, a delay in the response from the model. So at that time, so these cross region inference will automatically will change its region and will provide the inference through particular region. So that's how there won't be any latency in the response. So in this cross region inference, we have only few models. Most of them are provided by Anthropic. So to access this model, you have to use this uh, inference profile ID, and you have to access this model through this ARN. So you have to this ARNs, and you have to copy here and mode in the place of model ID, and you can work on, like there is nothing else to modify and there is nothing to change your architecture, just replace the model ID. So this is the use of cross region. So what is a batch inference? So far we have seen this is a real time inference only. So whenever the customer ask a question, so it will provide the response instantaneously. So let's say you have a batch inference jobs. So you want to provide the response for a few questions all at a time or particular time. So then you have to choose a batch inference. So you have to create one. So during this creation, you have to choose the name of the job, and you have to select the input data location. So here we can browse the input data from the S3, and we have to format the input data properly. So we have to browse the S3 and we have to select the proper image. I mean proper location for our input data, and we have to choose the output data location as well, where we want to store our model responses. And then we have to create a batch jobs. So when we create this batch job, so here we will be having one batch job. So at the particular time which we have selected, then this batch job will run, and all the input source which we given is taken, and all the responses to that input will be stored in a particular output storage which we choose in the AS3. So so this is all about this batch inference, and we'll talk about more provision through output and custom models in the next video. So this provision through output will be clear when we talk about this custom models and like imported models. So subscribe to channel. Thank you.